Doug Coy. Doug Coy, it is Doug Coy, so what do you think? Right here in Montreal. We're here at the Calgary Stampede. We're downtown Toronto. Oh man, we're talking about a hot topic on a hot day, and that's no bull. The topic today is legalized prostitution. Of course, in Vancouver, where I'm from, they're talking about it. They're talking about legalizing prostitution. So what do I think? I think it's a moral issue. I think it's degrading to women. I think if we allow the Canadian government to put its stamp in a sense of approval by legalizing it, I have a problem with that. And the reason I have a problem with that is because I think it makes Canada a pimp. But on the other hand, a lot of people would say, hey, what's the problem? We legalize everything else. We're legalized gambling. We got legalized smoking, drinking, what we call the sin tax. This would just be another sin tax. It would also be a way of making sure that the women are healthy and the men are healthy. And we could regulate that and there'd be a lot less disease. So I understand both sides, but I have a problem with this moral issue. In Vancouver, they have been discussing the possibility of legalizing prostitution. Okay. So what do you think about that?
That's a tough topic because what's the next step, drugs or something? You can't legalize something like that. I don't know. It's immoral.
I think so long as the girls are happy with it, and the customers are happy with it, and everyone's satisfied with the choice of what they want to do, I don't think the government should regulate morals.
I'm a nurse.
Oh, good.
So I have a different perspective in that prostitution happens all the time, and I think if it was legalized, it's going to happen regardless, but if we had it legalized, you would avoid having prostitutes with health problems because you would have the opportunity to provide them more with health education.
It's the oldest profession in the world, but still, that doesn't make it right. There's some moral issues here,
No problem with me.
No problem with you?
No.
How about the moral question? Would you want your daughter to do that?
She wants to do that, she can do it.
Anything to do with sex will sell a lot. So I guess that's why too they're legalizing it, because there's a lot of money to be made on it, which is super wrong though, I find. But what do you want to do? That's where everything's headed right now,
My daughter will say to me, "Mommy, it's okay. It's legal to sell myself sexually. I will freak out. I'd rather die than to see my daughter on the street and by the government to say it's legal to do such a thing."
Make it licensed. They have to go get testing once a year to get their license, or every 6 months or something like that. It would bring down STDs. It would get young teenagers off the street that are prostituting themselves, cut down on all the agencies that are out there, cut down on crime.
I think it'll erode the family structure.
I have no problem with it.
You have no problem?
No.
Would you like a child of yours to go into that profession? So you do have a problem with it?
Well, if it's not in my neighborhood, it doesn't bother me.
Boy, I don't know. I'm from a small town, so small town. I don't see much of that.
I think it's time we tax them on it, and we get tighter control then for medical coverage and the area they work in, stuff like that, because I think it's going to be around forever, and we aren't going to really eliminate it.
Ew, I don't think that's right. It's like they need to respect themselves.
If the country gets involved, doesn't the country become a pimp?
No.
No,
it doesn't.
They're making money off of women selling their body.
Doesn't matter.
That's what a pimp does.
Still a women's choice.
Who's going to be a bigger pimp? The government's going to be a bigger pimp, because if they legalize it, you can bet your bottom dollar that the government's going to take their fair.
Oh, they'll tax it like crazy, yeah. We'll just have another sin tax.
By saying you can do it, it's kind of promoting it, right? You're allowed to do it. It's okay. It's not okay. That's my opinion.
So as you can tell, we got a whole lot of different comments on the idea of prostitution. You know what this show's all about? It's not what I think, it's what you think. Well, it is what I think. I mean, I like to give my opinion, and that's why I do the show, so I can get out here and talk and do what I like to do. But you know my opinion on this, prostitution. I think we are becoming amoral in our society, and when anything goes, everything goes. And I think that's a huge problem. The whole concept of prostitution bothers me for a whole bunch of reasons. It's not just a spiritual thing, although I think that adds into it in my case. I think there's something wrong with the fact that when we as a society allow our women to sell their bodies for sex, I think we have, opened ourselves up to a can of worms that we don't want to get involved in, especially when we legalize it. When we legalize it, we're stamping it as being okay. That really bothers me. But what do you think? Go to our website. You can leave your comments, your questions on there, and you can interact with the people. It's a lot of fun. So this is Doug Coy. We're down here in the heart of Toronto. You can't get any more than the heart of Toronto than Yonge Street here. You can tell it's a buzz with people, and it's a good place to get opinions. Doug Coy, so what do you think? So what do you think, Canada?